Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 5 and 6 from the worksheet on chapter 9 for the intermediate algebra class. Graph the ellipse 4x square plus 25y square equal to 100. We need to bring this equation into the standard form of the ellipse x square over a square plus y square over b square equal to 1 with a more than b, whose center is at the origin. So here, if a is more than b, then it will be, and if a square is along x square, then it will be elongated along the x-axis, which means it is the major axis is along the x-axis. If the value of b square is, if the value under y square is more, then it will be elongated along the y-axis. So now we have to bring the right hand side to 1, because the right hand side of the standard form is 1. So let's take the equation 4x square plus 25y square equal to 100 and divide everything by 100. So it will be x square over 25. So if you reduce, it will become 25 here. Y square over 4, 25 goes into 100 4 times, equal to 1. Now comparing this with the standard equation that we have written here, x square over a square plus y square over b square equal to 1 with a more than b. So we have a square, which is right under x square, is more than the value right under y square. So a square, the larger one, should be considered as a square in ellipse. The smaller one should be considered as b square. So a square equal to 25. That means a is plus or minus square root of 25, which is equal to 5. b is plus or minus square root of 4, which is equal to 2. So for this ellipse, the center is obviously the origin. The center is at the origin. Then you have to go 5 units towards the right side, because the ellipse is going to be elongated along the horizontal way, or the major axis is the x-axis. So major axis in this case is the x-axis. What determines the major axis? So the value right under x is more than the value right under y. So the major axis is along the x direction. So move 5 units to the right from the center. Move 5 units left from the center. Then move 2 units along the y direction from the center. Move 2 units below the center. Now we have got all the 5 points to graph the ellipse. So the major axis is along the x direction. Number 6. Graph the hyperbola given by the equation y square over 25 minus x square over 16 equal to 1. So we notice that the term in front of y square is positive. The term in front of x square, the coefficient in front of x square, is negative, which means the graph is going to have branches cutting the y-axis. The branches of the hyperbola will be cutting the y-axis. So whichever has a positive coefficient, so if the coefficient in front of y positive, the branches will cut the y-axis. Now we notice here the expression right under y square is 25. So here a square is 25, and the expression right under x square, b square equal to 16, or a equal to square root of 25, the square root of 25 with the plus and minus, so that will be 5. Then b is plus and minus square root of 16, that is plus or minus 4. So it will be plus or minus 5 here, plus or minus 4. So now we have to start off with this value 5, which came from the value 25 which is right under y. So we have to plot 5 units along the y direction. Then 5 units down. Here obviously center is at the origin. Center of the hyperbola is at the origin. Then you have to move 4 units which came from 16, which is right under x. So you have to move 4 units along the x direction. Four to the left of the origin. You complete the rectangle. Join the diagonals. Those are called the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Then we already know that the branches should only cut the y-axis. So we know that here this point is 0, 5. So your branch should go to that 0, 5, hugging the asymptotes along the y direction. So it should pass through 0, negative 5, hugging the asymptotes. So it is 0, negative 5 here and 0, positive 5 here. So in this case, you are going to draw the asymptotes. Asymptotes are not part of the graph, but it will help us do the branches correctly. Make sure that your branches cross the y-axis at 0, 5 and 0, negative 5, and the branches should hug the asymptotes. Hope this video helped.